Hi viewers, this is Bamini from the Department of Computer Applications. This lecture video helps you to discuss about the tutorial on Android programming. The learning outcomes. The users can able to learn about the history of Android, explain the features of Android and the architecture design, components of building an application, and finally the advantages. Introduction. Android is an operating system most probably used in mobile devices. It is an open source free software and is based on Linux operating system. It follows a unified approach which helps the application to be developed and it can able to be executed in different environments. The application of Android are developed most probably in Java programming language. The Android programming can able to develop applications on music, news, sports, books and in business. History of Android. The Android began in the year 2003 as a project of the American technology company Android Corporation. The Android Corporation was bought by the American search engine company called Google Corporation in the academic year 2005. The code names of Android ranges in the alphabetical order starting from A, B, so on. Each and every version of Android is identified using a specific API level integer value which helps you to promote in which version of the Android platform the current application is being running over. The next, features of Android. The first feature is beautiful user interface. It provides a wide descriptive and clarity screen for the end user to develop their own different applications. The second feature is storage. It makes use of SQLite as a lightweight relational database to store the data relevant for the application. The third feature is messaging. It provides both SMS service as well as MMS service. The fourth feature is web browser. It provides a WebKit browser so that the application can able to be executed in the browser window. The fifth feature is multitasking. Different types of programs can able to be executed parallelly and concurrently and they can able to make use of the CPU time in a correct time. Sixth feature is resizable widgets. You can able to resize the widgets which are called as controls in your application program, that is the user interface. The last feature is multi-language. It supports both single directional and bidirectional text. That is, single directional means it can able to provide only at a particular period of time a single language, let it be English. Bidirectional means both English, American language can able to be made use of. The next component is architecture. The first bottom of the layer is Linux kernel. The Linux kernel acts as a level of abstraction which helps the hardware and the software which is needed for the current application to be made use of. The Linux kernel support wide variety of hardware drivers like camera, keeper. The next layer is going to be the libraries. The Linux kernel makes use of a wide variety of software libraries including open source web browser engine called as WebKit to provide graphics, drawing and database access. And the next layer is Android runtime. The Android runtime provides a Dalvik virtual machine which is a part of the Java programming language to provide or manage memory as well as multi-threading. The top level layer is the application framework which can able to provide wide variety of services which helps use of Java classes. Application is the layer which helps you to write over your own application, and this is going to be the top level layer. The layer can able to help you to create your own contacts, books, browser, camera and so on, games, etc. Next, the components of an application. Android application is a software designed to run on any Android device emulator. The components of the application or the components form a basic building blocks for developing an Android application. First component is activities, which helps you to dictate or design your own user interface, that is the phone screen. Next one is the services. You can able to provide wide variety of services both in the background as well as foreground, so that you can able to perform multi-programming concept. Broadcast receivers helps you to provide communication in Android OS and between the application. Finally, the content provider helps you to handle and manage the database application. Then advantages of the Android. First advantages is it provides a community support. You can able to have and you can able to develop any Android application, and you can able to sell over, and it can able to have a portability, and you can able to send over to different vendors. Second advantage is it provides the core Java language for developing the application. The third is it provides high marketing. Then fourth advantage is the development cost is less, and you can able to make use of a wide variety of environment. Fifth one is it provides a good storage, making use of SQLite, which is going to be a lightweight relational database. And finally, it is going to be a high secured Android application. Lastly, to conclude, summarize, I have come across why we need Android and what is the history of Android, features of Android, and how you can able to establish the architecture of Android, what are the components for developing an application, and last but not the least, it is going to be the advantages. Thank you for watching this video.